So, welcome to Tungsten Moon demo. I'm just doing a quick video to show the latest thing that I've done this week, which is to create a panel in the cockpit that you can use to spawn at one of 5 different default spawn points. This also shows you a list of the accomplishments that you have made near each spawn point. So there's a button, next base, and it shows you the ID of each landing base and the number of tasks that you've completed and the number of tasks available. These are simple tasks. Landing on a pad is completing a task. Each of these bases has 4 pads, including the base pad. By default, when you run this program for the first time, each base pad is pre-visited. This user interface allows you to respawn at any base pad that has already been visited. And since there are 5 base pads and they are all by default visited, you can spawn at any of them. In the future, the game will have some more base pads that aren't visited by default, and you will have to go find them and visit them before you'll be able to spawn at them. So right now, it's pretty pared back. We have a total of 20 pads and 5 base pads. In the future, we could have 100 different pads, 15 base pads. I don't know. Sky's the limit. So you can select a different base pad and arbitrarily I'll pick this one. So I can press the go to base and it instantly changes us to that location. And I'll point out a few things here. One of them is we can see the base ID is 3:0, and that corresponds to the ID shown at the north end of the landing pad we're on. So I can show this. The name of the pad is pad 3:0. That's the base pad, and this is its location, its coordinates in degrees east and north, longitude and latitude. Also on this pad, as I pointed out in a previous video, there are directions to some other pads. For example, 3:1 is the next pad in this base group. There's also directions to group 0, which is the default landing pad, and that's 26 kilometers away, which is quite a good distance, hard to find. But your goal here is to get the other pads that are in the 3: group. So the first one is 2 kilometers away, and at 270 degrees. So what I'm going to do is roll around to the 270 degrees point, and we're going to go find that pad. Line her up, and let me reset my nav ball. And just to remind us, okay, so for this base group, this base pad 3:0, we have 1 task complete out of 4 available. That 1 task we've completed is that we've landed on this pad that we're sitting on right now. If I lift up off the pad a little bit and go back, you can look down actually and see that this pad has a green flashing beacon. That means we've visited it. So now I can see over in the distance the next pad. It's pretty far away, but it's a clear shot. It's on a tall pedestal. We're going to see if we can land on it, and we'll see that task list get updated. Try to do this without crashing, just to show everybody how talented I am. Oh, we're really booking here, 50 meters per second, which means I better slow down or I'm going to be in trouble. So now I tip way back, punch the throttle a little bit. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start to balloon a little bit. Now I'm tipped so far back I can't even see my horizontal drift rate. So I tip forward. I'm still going forward. I overshoot. Alright, looking at my drift rate, I am slowing down. So I'm almost stationary again. I'm going to get my horizon leveled and ask myself, Where am I? I think I might need to turn around because I've overshot my target. Got a little excited trying to get here, but a little too fast. Alright, so there's the pad in the distance that I just came from. Ah, I see the shadow. Up there it is, just to the left of my left foot, where my left foot should be. I'm way up high, so I'm just gonna let myself drop. And I'm using an Xbox controller, and the left trigger is being used to control the throttle. And I'm gonna angle myself towards that pad. Up to 10 meters per second horizontal speed. Now I'm going to pull back a little bit, keep an eye on my attitude indicator. I don't want to pull back too much. I'm not very close to it yet, but I'm getting there. Now you see that red flashing light in the middle of the pad. That means I have not been here before. So I want to see that turn green. I want to land. I don't want to fall off the edge. I don't want to crash. I'm moving horizontally at 5 meters per second, which is too fast for a landing. Gotta slow down a little bit, so I'm tipping back just a little bit. Now we're in pretty good shape for making a landing. Horizontal speed between 1 and 2 would probably be okay. Just gonna scooch it over towards the center a little bit. Don't over control it. Don't lose your head. Oh, I'm really gonna nail it. Now I'm just gonna let it settle in. Alright, as soon as we stabilize, that pad turns green, the beacon turns green. And over here I can see that my tasks complete is 2. I have 2 tasks complete out of 4 available. So I can continue to follow directions to the remaining pads in the base pad, base ID of 3 group. And then I would have all tasks out of the 4 complete. I think in the next version I'm going to include a button here for resetting the task list so that you can, start over again. But that's a minor change. Alright, from pad 3:1 on Tungsten Moon. We'll see you next time.